In today's episode, we're going to take a look at some of the best eShop deals you can pick up right now, all for under $5 and all either at an all-time low price or at least matching their previous low. Hey everyone, I'm JP and this is Good Talk HQ. Here at the channel we cover Nintendo Switch games and deals every week and we love sharing the savings with the community. If this happens to be your first time here, welcome and thanks for checking us out. If you have a good time or we help you save a few dollars, consider hitting that red button down below to subscribe. And to the extended family, welcome back my friends. Thank you as always for rocking with us for a few minutes again today. Once again this week, the deals are ridiculous. Alright folks, and without any further ado, let's jump into the list and try to save some money together. As always, stay safe out there and please enjoy the video. Alright, we'll start with Kave Adventure. This is a single-player action-adventure game from 7 levels with a download size just over 3.2 gigabytes and a main story that will last roughly 5 hours or so to finish up. Now this is a fun side-scrolling platformer that has more than 35 colorful levels to make your way through in this beautiful prehistoric setting. Of course, the most unique feature in the game is that you have the jetpack that you use to travel around instead of the normal jumping and dashing found in most platformers. The boss fights are amazing and the graphics are gorgeous here on the Switch. If you're interested in Kave Adventure, make sure to pick it up before the sale ends on February 14th. It's marked down 90%, matching a previous low of just $199. Next we have Milli Greg. This is a single-player 2D platformer from Cubyte Interactive with a download size around 270 megabytes and a main story that will last roughly 5 to 6 hours to finish up. Now the game can be quite challenging though, so it may take a little bit longer. We play as a young girl named Millie as she heads out to find her missing cat named Greg. There are more than 100 levels and items to collect in each as you make your way through and start to wonder why you even let the cat outside anymore. Again, the game is definitely tough, but the control scheme is simple enough for anyone to pick it up and give it a try. If you're interested in Milli Greg, it's on sale until February 9th, marked down 50% to a new all-time low of just $199. Next we have Horn Knight. This is a single-player action platformer from 2 awesome studios with a download size just under 200 megabytes and a main story that should last maybe a bit over an hour, but the game was designed with both regular players in mind, with plenty of replayability as well as speedrunners, as the game is self-contained, clocking in at just slightly over an hour. These Twitch platformers are becoming more and more popular, and this one goes for that 8-bit NES look, with simple controls, one-button combat, and the much-needed air dash. There are more than 30 levels and they have an easy mode for younger or less experienced gamers. If you like these challenging quick response platformers, be sure to check this one out before the sale ends on February 11th. It's marked down 50%, matching a previous low of just $299. Away Journey to the Unexpected is a single-player first-person RPG from Plug-in Digital with a download size around 6.2 gigabytes and a main story that will last roughly 4 to 5 hours to finish up. We play our way through each of the levels with different paths that you can take, and there are multiple characters that you can switch between as well. It is a roguelike, so keep that in mind as it can sometimes be a deal breaker for a few, and all of the normal shortcomings that you find in FPS melee heavy games are still present here, but if you can deal with those things, there's a great little adventure to be had, and it's at a hefty discount this week. Right now you can pick it up for just $339, marked down 80%, matching a previous low until February 12th. The Last Door, the Complete Edition, is a single-player point-and-click adventure game from Plug-in Digital with a download size around 630 megabytes and a main campaign that will last roughly 4 to 5 hours to wrap up. The horror elements take center stage as this game can really give you that uneasy feeling as you make your way through the 8 episodes that are included in this edition. We set out on a journey to save our old friend after receiving a letter, and the story kind of unfolds from there. This version also included new scenes and puzzles, enhanced graphics, sound, plus they even added some new content into the game as well. If you're interested in The Last Door, be sure to pick it up before the sale ends on February 12th. It's marked down 75%, matching a previous low of just $374. Shape of the World is a single-player simulation-style adventure game, once again from Plug-in Digital, with a download size around 1.2 gigabytes and a main story that will last roughly 2 to 4 hours to finish up. Now this is another game that you can pick up and play over and over again anytime you need a little peace or relaxation. It's a first-person walking sim with dreamlike scenes such as forest or aquatic caves and more, and each of them are full of psychedelic wildlife, plus the game has a dynamic soundtrack that adapts to whatever you're doing or seeing in the game. You can interact with the plants and the different wildlife, and again just unwind whenever you need to. If you're interested in Shape of the World, be sure to pick it up before the sale ends on February 12th. It's marked down 75%, matching a previous low of just $374. Splasher is a fun and challenging 2D platformer full of comedy and set in a crazy cartoon world. Coming to us once again from Plug-in Digital, this is a single-player romp that will take roughly 7 to 8 hours to complete, with a download size around 1.5 gigabytes. Armed with just our paint cannon, we face off against the dangerous Ink Corp in their mega factory to save our fellow splashers and finish off the final boss. Now the game is definitely challenging and will require lightning quick reflexes and patience as you discover new ways to tackle each level. Featuring one of the most outrageous soundtracks and bright colorful environments, I had to grab this one up a while back, and if you're a fan of the comedy or 2D platformers that are tough as nails, be sure to grab this one up while on sale before February 12th. It's currently marked down 75%, matching an all-time low of just $374. The Hong Kong Massacre is a single-player arcade-style action game from Untold Tales with a download size around 4.1 gigabytes and a main story that will last roughly 4 to 6 hours to finish up. This is basically a top-down shooter that was inspired by classic action movies, and it's a story of revenge. We assume the role of a former police detective on the path of vengeance trying to take out our partner's killer. The game has some awesome weapons, and you'll have the ability to slow time, plus the standards like dodging or rolling out of harm's way. There's also a pretty cool cover system in place, and you can use the environments to your advantage in a lot of different ways. If you're interested in the Hong Kong Massacre, be sure to pick it up before the sale ends on February 11th. It's marked down 75% to a new all-time low of just $4.99. Viviette is a single-player adventure-style puzzle game from DYA Games and offers roughly 4 hours of main story gameplay with a download size around 130 megabytes. In this one, we explore a massive haunted mansion and try to uncover the horrific secrets hidden within. We definitely have to use our brain, as this one is all about puzzle solving and exploration, and the game doesn't hold your hand at all. In fact, there's not even a map, it's just you and your trusty lamp. Now you can't just run around making noise or even use the lamp all the time, as the light and sound will attract the monster that's lurking within the mansion. Fans of explorative horror experiences should definitely consider checking this one out before the sale ends on February 11th. It's marked down 50%, matching an all-time low of just $4.99. Yono and the Celestial Elephants is a single-player Zelda-like adventure game aimed for younger audiences, but I bet a few adults out there would have a good time with it as well. The game has a download size around 1.15 gigabytes and a main story that will last roughly 5 to 6 hours to wrap up. The worlds are cartoonish and colorful, plus the game is simple enough to follow that anyone can pick it up and play right away. It's a perfect introductory game into the genre, as the puzzles do start off easy enough and work up gradually, but never get too tough that they become frustrating. The story itself was surprisingly emotional as well, and the way that they incorporate the elephant's trunk into the different puzzles was really neat. If you have young ones or you yourself enjoy a peaceful adventure title where the focus is on fun instead of punishment, be sure to check out Yono before the sale ends on February 12th. It's marked down 75%, matching a previous low of just $4.99. Alright folks, here are some honorable mentions, some series sales, and other games to check out while you're already on the eShop. Alright folks, that's going to go ahead and wrap up today's episode. Thanks as always for hanging out with us again today. You know we truly appreciate it. I definitely hope you had a good time or maybe found a deal or two that you were interested in. Also, if you get a chance, consider stopping by Little Man's channel. We have more gameplays and daily deals and sales list over there as well. Thanks again, you all are legendary. Have a wonderful week everyone. Much love, and we'll let Little Man take us home as always. Bye, everyone.
That's all for today's list. We hope you liked the video. If you did, consider subscribing and liking.